Hello everyone, this is lecture 2 of a geotechnical engineering, and in this we are going to see some more important points. Okay, so this will be in a quick revision format. We have covered all these topic in the lecture 1, and now we are going to cover all these topic in this lecture. Is coefficient of uniformity and curvature, classification of soil on the basis of size, plasticity index, liquidity index, consistency index, flow index, toughness index, shrinkage ratio, shrinkage limit, sensitivity, activity, relative density. Okay, so all these are the topic for lecture 2, and in the next lecture we will cover these topics. So if you haven't covered the lecture 1, you can go through the geotechnical engineering playlist and you can cover these topic. Okay, now we will focus on our lecture 2. So first we will see what is coefficient of uniformity. Coefficient of uniformity is a ratio of D60 upon D10. So for a well graded gravel, the coefficient of uniformity value should be greater than 4, and for the well graded sand, the coefficient of uniformity value should be greater than 6. Okay, next is your coefficient of curvature. Coefficient of curvature is the ratio of D30 square upon D60 multiplied by D10. So for a well graded, it will be between the 1 to 3. Okay, next, classification of soil based on the size. So first you have to understand the basic of soil on the basis of size. Okay, so soil is mainly classified into fine grain soil and coarse grain soil. Okay, and it is again classified into clay, silt, sand, gravel, cobbles, boulders. Okay, now we will see the size for the different type of soil. So for the clay, the size should be less than 0.002 mm. Okay, here you can see the size range of different types of a soil. So for this is for clay, and this is the size range for silt, sand, gravel, cobbles and boulders. Okay, so it is mainly classified into the fine grain soil and coarse grain soil, and it is sub categorized as a clay, silt, sand, gravel, cobbles, boulders based on the size. Okay, next we will see important chart. Okay, so it is a chart between the plasticity index and the liquid limit. This is important chart because questions are asked from this topic. We will cover this topic in a separate video, and we will also cover the questions of this topic so that you can understand how we can find the soil is clay or it is silt. Okay, next is your indexes. So first is your plasticity index. Plasticity index is equals to your liquid limit minus plastic limit. Okay, WL is your liquid limit, WP is your plastic limit, and WS is your shrinkage limit. Okay, so this from this chart you can easily understand that this is the your shrinkage limit, this is your plastic limit, this is your liquid limit. Okay, this is the graph between the volume and water content. So this is one is your solid, this one is your semi solid, this one is your plastic, and above the liquid limit it will be liquid. Okay, so this is the important chart, and this is liquid limit, plastic limit, shrinkage limit. Okay, so plasticity index will be equals to WL minus WP, WL minus WP. Okay, this one is your plasticity index. It cannot be less than 0. Okay, remember this point that it cannot be less than 0. Questions are asked from this topic that if the negative value of plasticity index came, you cannot take the negative value because its value cannot be less than 0. Okay, so next is your liquidity index. Liquidity index is equals to W minus WP upon WL minus WP. Okay, its value can be positive or negative. Next is your consistency index. It will be equals to WL minus W upon WL minus WP. Okay, so these are your three index. Now we will move ahead. So your liquidity index plus your consistency index is equals to 1. Okay, IL plus IC is equals to 1, and we prefer low liquidity index and high consistency index in a soil. Okay, next is your flow index. So flow index IF is equals to W2 minus W1 upon log N2 minus log N1. Okay, next is your toughness index. Toughness index is the ratio of plasticity index to flow index. Okay, plasticity index first one and flow index fourth one. So it is the ratio of plasticity index to the flow index, IP upon IF. Okay, next one is your shrinkage ratio. Shrinkage ratio is the rate of percent change of soil volume by its dry volume with respect to water content of the soil. Okay, shrinkage ratio is the rate of percent change of soil volume by its dry volume with respect to water content of the soil. So shrinkage ratio will be equals to V1 minus V2 upon VD upon W1 minus W2 multiplied by your 100. Okay, or shrinkage ratio is equals to gamma dry upon gamma dry. Now we will see what is shrinkage limit. So the water content at which the soil changes from a semi-solid to a solid state is called the shrinkage limit. Okay, so shrinkage limit is equals to, this formula is for the shrinkage limit. Okay, and this is also the formula for the shrinkage limit. Okay, next we will see what is sensitivity. It is a ratio of unconfined compressive strength of undisturbed soil to that of the remolded soil. Okay, so sensitivity is the ratio of the unconfined compressive strength of undisturbed soil to that of the remolded soil. All these are the important basic terms. Okay, now we will see what is activity. So activity is a ratio of plasticity index and the percentage of clay fraction in soil. Okay, so activity is equals to your plasticity index IP upon percentage of clay particle less than 2 micron. Okay, so if your activity value is less than 0.75, that means the soil is inactive, kaolinite. Okay, and if it is between 0.75 to 1.25, it will be normally active, and if it is greater than 1.25, okay, it is highly active soil. Okay, next we will see the relative density or density index. So relative density is the measure of compactness of a cohesion-less soil. Okay, it is a measure of compactness of a cohesion-less soil. Its formula is ID is equals to E max minus E upon E max minus E minimum. Okay, it is generally represented in terms of percentage. So ID varies from 0 to 100%. The value of your relative density lies between 0 to 15%. That means your cohesionless soil is very loose. Okay, and similarly these are the value for the loose, medium, dense and very dense type of cohesionless soil. Okay, so it indicates the measure of compactness of a cohesionless soil. Okay, now what is relative compaction? Relative compaction is equals to gamma dry upon gamma dry max. Okay, so these are the topic for this video. I hope you have understood this video, and if you have any doubt you can ask in the comment section. Okay, so in the next lecture we will see some other important topics. Okay, like coefficient of permeability and the discharge velocity, effective stress, etc. So if you haven't subscribed the channel, then please do subscribe it, and if you find this video useful, then please do like, share and subscribe, and give your feedback in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Thank you.